up, guys? Welcome to another Eagles Talk. My name is Heaven Gullate. I'm here with NCCU Life, and tonight we're sitting down with the iconic, absolutely iconic, Dapper Dan tonight. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So my first question is about you dressing the mainstream of the entertainment industry with your fashion designs. Who would you say was the best person to work with as far as designing for them?
Wow. Okay, this is how I design. First, in order for me to answer that question, I have to tell you what my process is. My process involves like a person to come in, or artists to come in, right? Before they come in, I'll make sure I understand their music and where they're going and what they represent through their music. And when they come in, right, I look at the entourage, who's with them. Because a lot of times, the artist himself, and great though they may be, they might not have the knack for fashion that they want, and then they bring someone with them. And so it's more like I'm dressing the one who influences them,
Sure.
as opposed to them, right?
Right.
So when you say who would be the best, one of the best would be the one I say is most consistent.
Okay.
And I've been doing clothes for him for 17 years. Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. He always knows what he wants. You understand?
He seems like
And
that kind of man.
he stays in that same flavor trend. You know, he's old school, new school. So yeah, he'd be one of them.
And you like that. Cool.
Yeah.
So the second question I have for you is about your inspo. So I've been looking into your past a little bit. Would you say that you often find yourself going back to some of the things that happened in your past for inspiration in your fashion career?
Oh yeah. You're talking about before I went into fashion, what influenced me
Yes.
then, or after I got involved?
Before fashion, before the whole fashion thing, your past with the community you lived in, things like that.
Oh, absolutely. Harlem, when I was growing up, was a self-sustaining community. So all the restaurants, the barbershops, everything, the churches, everything was right there, right? So if you wanted to be a somebody there, the most impressive thing you could do was to be fly. And so early on, I paid close attention to those who was the best dressers because they got the most attention. They got the girls.
Sure.
They got everything. So that was, and who would that be? That'd be probably the guy who they named me after, who later on gave me his name himself, and that would be an older guy named Dapper Dan, a hustler named Dapper Dan.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And lastly, so I know that your partnership with Gucci has been publicly kind of compromised in the past recent years. In 2017 with the sweatshirt kind of scandal, I should call
The blackface?
The blackface sweatshirt scandal. I know that you posted on your IG, and I quote that you said, "I am a black man before I am a brand."
Exactly.
Right? And so, as a black man, can you tell us kind of what you were feeling being associated with a huge brand like that that made such a public mistake?
Oh, well, the statement says it all. You know, I'm a black man before I'm a brand, right? But I knew early on, just watching over the years, that people who appropriate culture is going to make a mistake. Now, when they make a mistake, they have to make amends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, the problem I was faced with is with the community thinking that the mistake was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And me being on the inside and me being a hustler coming from the street, people don't make billion-dollar mistakes
Right.
intentionally like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how they feel about us. They're not going to jeopardize that money,
Absolutely.
right? So now, how do I resolve that issue with my community? So I did what I thought was the right thing. I told them to come, the CEO of Gucci, to leave Italy, come to Harlem, and I assembled a group of people, influential people in different spaces in the economic world,
Mm-hmm.
who were familiar with this type of problem. And we discussed how they would make amends. And we came up with what is known as the Change Makers program. The Change Maker program is to have Gucci put a lot of money into the community to hire people in diversity and inclusivity, and it's a big program. So if you go online, you can see exactly what they implemented. And I'd like to add to that, people of color need to look at that, and we need to take that same program to all the major brands. Gucci has led the charge when it came to that. And if you see all the influencers, people now who are wearing Spike Lee and playwrights and everybody, they did their research. If we don't do our research, everything is going to offend us. So thank you for that question.
Of course, of course. Thank you for your time. That's all the time we have today, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Eagle Talks. It's your girl Heaven, signing out.